Welcome to the August Connect Youth Updates live. We have got some amazing things to share with you today as per, and hopefully you will leave watching this video feeling inspired and equipped and just energized to go out and do incredible things.
Indeed, and if you want to ask anything, if you want to know anything and we've maybe not been clear enough, do stick it in the comments, wherever they might be, and stick them in the comments. We formed it downwards. Stick them in the comments and we'll try and answer them. We'll try and brighten your day, because let's be honest, it's August, it's probably raining outside.
Yeah. So, and for some reason Ben's invited me back, so I'm here, I'm Lindsay, and he's Ben.
Indeed. Welcome to Connect Youth Update for August.
Exactly. So first thing on our list is the framework. So the framework is our model of how to run youth ministry online. However, if you've got any form of ministry whatsoever, you can easily adapt it to suit what you feel called and are passionate about. Now, you can find it on our website as a document. We've got a whole section on the youth page which is dedicated to online youth ministry, and on there you will find safeguarding advice, good models of practice, as well as our own framework model, and you can see how we have decided to do online youth ministry online. And you can actually go and see it in action. If you sort of read the things and you're really curious about how does this actually look, then you can go on to our Instagram channels, our TikTok and Snapchat, and go take a look at it in action. If you search Clayton Central and it's bright and it's yellow, you can find all of it on there. And we really would love it actually if you could encourage hey, Ben's got it. Whoop, whoop. If you go and encourage maybe young people to go on and follow us, obviously you follow us too, because then you can see it. But if your young people could go on and follow, because each week, Monday to Friday, we cover so many different things where we are being witnesses with faith. We have prayer days, we have amazing talks. Ben actually puts his wise hat on and gives us some talks of wisdom on a Wednesday, and we've got some incredible games as well too. And then on our Fridays, we like to share people who we would recommend to follow that can really help to show our young people what it means to live out your faith online. So it's really, really cool. And if you actually do look at it, if you read the model, if you go onto our Instagram and TikTok and I really like what you're doing, but I think that I could do better, then good. Because it's called the framework, because it's that framework for us that we'd like to build things on. And you could use it asking the same questions that we have asked and come up with something that's just right for you and serves the young people in your area, in your community. And just as long as it gives you that confidence to give it a go and find a new way of sharing that gospel, then go and do it. It'd be amazing.
And it's perfect for the summer months when maybe you've maybe taken a step back from leading stuff online even, or before you maybe try and do some face-to-face stuff in light of everything that's come before. And it's just a way to just keep that connection with young people, to kind of continue that discipleship and also that connection with them. So yeah, we're big advocates of using social media, and you'll find out definitely more about that if you're looking for the framework. And
it was created as well actually before we even got put into any form of lockdown. We actually created it back before Christmas, so it's Christmas 2019 it was all created. So this is long before the thought of needing to actually have to, that's our only method of communication. So the whole model is just brilliant because it works for now when we don't get as much face-to-face time, and it's also going to work for when we are allowed more face-to-face time as well. So it's not just only during this COVID world scenario, it's for forever.
So it's like God has a plan or something, isn't it?
I know!
Weird. Anyway, should we talk about live youth work conversations?
Let's do that.
Indeed. Live youth work conversations is something that we've been running, myself and some other Northern Diocesan youth advisors across the north of England. That probably makes sense in Northern advisors. But we've been running this. We've been having conversations with youth workers, with clergy, with different youth work organisations, sometimes even a little bit more left of field, maybe kind of specialists in particular fields around just topics that are really pertinent to us as youth workers, particularly navigating lockdown and unlocking of our churches and our groups as time goes on. And this has been taking place as Facebook Lives every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Over on a specific group, so you can request to be part of that group, and we're admin of it as well, so we will let you in. You can come and join that conversation. It's not about us sticking stuff up there and giving advice. What it is about us having a conversation as a youth work fraternity, as a youth work tribe, as a kind of youth work kind of community, and saying what are the things that we're seeing, what are the good things, what are the things that we're challenged by, and sharing some collective wisdom. One thing to let you know about is that we are actually going to intersperse those every 2 weeks with kind of more relaxed, reflective retreat sessions as well. The first one went up last week, in the last one in July, and we're going to have those every 2 weeks, as well as keeping those live conversations as well. So there's loads to engage with, and hopefully that is something that you feel like I can contribute to this, but also I can get something from, and that's what it's there for. And hopefully that's something that's been beneficial to you so far. And if you're new to it, I encourage you, go and grab it, not because I'm involved in it, but go and get involved, go and just sort of hear some of the wisdom that's going on. So yes, that's live youth work conversations. Check it out.
What happens in the retreats? Because obviously you hear the word retreat and you picture like going away to somewhere quiet. So how does that work in the lives?
To be honest, I think that it's been very much left up to the free license for the guys that are leading those. We've got Mike, Andy and Dawn, and they've just been given a bit of free license to share some wisdom, to help people reflect, maybe ask some key questions that even if it's 10 minutes, you can just step away from the busyness of life, the busyness of ministry, and just reflect on it and have that moment of retreat, even if it's not very long.
Yeah.
And hopefully it helps shape where you're heading in September. I realise it's kind of one of probably many things that are going on, but it's hopefully there to help you. And it's just
and it's nice, isn't it? Because sometimes, especially if you're working from home, there's still lots at home. You kind of, whereas you'd normally have that commuting break, or just even something that signifies a separation between your two different worlds of life and things that's going on. Often the things kind of merge together. So it'll sound like you can just, they're like that nice bit where you can kind of go, here's my time just to breathe and give that space.
That's the hope. That's the hope.
I think it sounds amazing. Yes. Talking of things that sound amazing, Abide 1. Yes, we introduced last time that the bookings are now open, which is brilliant. It is exciting to see how people are engaging with that. And we actually do have a video that we are going to show you.
Yeah, presented by a very handsome chap dressed very similarly to me. Anyway,
wearing a very similar t-shirt actually.
Yeah, very similar. Now we've got a lot of questions about this, so let me tell you a little bit more. It's called Abide 1. If you're age 11 to 17, this is the event for you. On Saturday the 6th of February 2021, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m, we're going to be here in Blackburn Cathedral. Our theme for 2021 is one. Which means one. And when I say one, what I mean is unity. Because there is one body, one spirit, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God, and He's Father of all. There'll be times of worship, inspirational talks, there'll be a chance to make new friends, enjoy some food, enjoy some group time, and go to some awesome workshops. All this so that we can explore what unity as followers of Jesus looks like. Youth leaders, we're asking you to register ahead of time so that when your young people book, they can make sure they're with you. And young people, you can book to join us from the 6th of July on our website.
So yeah, that is now there for you to book onto, but be warned, you cannot book on unless your group has registered their interests. So please make sure that you register your interest via the website before anyone can book on. As soon as you do that, we'll get a notification and we can add you into your group, into the booking form. So then your young people and your leaders can book on through your group. So it's really important you do that stage first. But we actually had a planning meeting the other week, and it's just really exciting to see how it's all coming together and to see how God is working in this event, and it is just going to be phenomenal. So I'm excited.
The exciting thing is as well is that, and we as a team believe it's right that this event will happen whether we can gather together in a big number or whether we are kind of separated out.
Yeah.
So we are looking at how we are best to take that online, even if that means that we're not totally sure what it looks like, but even if that means that you as a youth group can engage with it together, but you wouldn't be able to gather with, say, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000 other people. Let's dream big, eh? So we're taking the time to almost plan 2 events at the same time so that we are ready for any eventuality that might come across us. And we're just excited by what God is going to do in that. And this whole idea of being united on one is kind of fun when you're disconnected like we have been for so long, and that's going to be fun to explore. So yeah.
That's not all though. We've got some other good stuff.
We have Foundations course, a course that myself and Sarah, our children's ministry, children's work advisor, are running in October, November, January and February. It's not just a long 4-month course. That's over 4 Saturdays, 1 in each month. The whole aim of this is that it's free training for both teams, if you want to bring a whole kind of children and youth team, or for individuals that just say, I want to do a little bit more, I want to dig a bit deeper into what I'm doing, or maybe you're starting out on the journey of leading and think, I just feel like I want to be equipped a little bit for this. We cover loads of different things, from kind of children youth work skills, looking a bit of mental health, which seems really right at the moment, safeguarding, always a biggie, leadership, character, vision, mission, and that's just to name a few. There's other things in there like how you communicate, how you might share your faith, things like that are just hopefully just really helpful tools to equip you for leading children youth work in a way that is just hopefully natural for you and gives you a load of confidence to jump in and to get stuck in with that. We are going to run that over 4 Saturdays. If it turns out, again, much like Abide, if it turns out that we aren't able to gather for whatever reason, we are looking at how we might do that online. So there is some content there so that you can engage with that day of kind of training and equipping within that. So we're kind of exploring that at the moment, and we'll see what that looks like, because that could be very interesting. But we promise there will be something there for you.
Yeah, what we're saying is anything that is being organised is going to happen, whether that's face-to-face or digital, it will happen. We're not going to say, nothing's going to be like, nope, can't happen now. It's all going ahead. It's kind of what you're saying.
Indeed. And actually, much like a lot of the things we're about to show you and let you know about, things have moved online.
Yes.
We have some other things for you. And I'm now forgetting which way I meant to point.
I'm going this way.
And I'm going that way. Those are some fantastic things. We really love what Brady Shearer is about and what he's up to and what he does. Lindsay's a particular big fan just because she keeps going, hey, guess what Brady Shearer said today? And we're like, something profound and deep, no doubt.
Wise.
He is wise, he's very good. And I guess it's that the reason we highlight him now is that while you're in this summer kind of period and you're looking at what September, October, November might hold, it's just kind of actually maybe there's some guys that can speak a little bit into our process of reflection and how we might up what we've been doing or change what we've been doing so that we make a kind of, we can connect better, engage with our young people better as we kind of head forward. Because I'm not sure when it's going to be.
I mean, it's Brady, but the thing with Brady is that
oh, we did it, we got our own one. It's going.
is that everything's like in short little snippets. So if you don't have time for like these long ones, you don't have to sit there and watch like a 10-minute video. I know 10 minutes is not long, but it can feel long sometimes, can't it? And then just like, you're just scrolling along, you see something, you stop and you're like, oh, what's that? You're like, oh, and then suddenly you just get like tons of inspiration because he just breaks it all down into those small little bits. So for that kind of small, quick, like inspiration part, because there's loads of amazing people out there, which we've recommended before for like full training, like Digital Church Toolkit and those, every one of those guys. But with Brady, it's those like little pockets of ooh, that I think is good. Anyway.
And that's why he gets a shout out today. That's why we say check him out. In the same way, actually, those, if you're just thinking, I just need a little bit of refreshing this summer, really recommend those Tim Alford videos, those Leadership 101 things. I just feel like they're a breath of fresh air, some real wisdom. So go check those out. Before we kind of close out today, we've got something I also tell you about and remind you about something else. But Youthscape Essentials, which is a 10 evening stint of free training run in conjunction with Youthscape, or Youthscape are kind of using us as a pilot diocese in some ways up here in the northwest. It's going to be at Preston Minster, the northern one, from the 5th of October running through to I want to say the 14th of December. I might have the date slightly wrong with that, but so it's 10 evenings. There's a break in there for half term as well. But this is free training. And the whole aim of this is that we gather together. This is aimed at volunteers. This is about equipping people that are passionate about young people to just be able to be really confident, growing themselves, and growing their understanding of what they do. Yeah. So the three kind of main focuses that we will cover, and I'm part of leading that, and alongside a whole group of other youth work folk in the northwest that have been engaged with Youthscape in organising how this runs. The three areas of this are insight into youth culture, skills for youth work, and developing yourself. And each of the evenings will have a bit of those and a chunk of those unpacked within those sessions. There's also food, which will be, please note, a free course. There's food. I don't just mean like, custard creams or digestives. I mean, there's a meal, 6:15, come to that. We'll eat together, get to know each other a little bit better, but also it means you can come straight from work. It just makes life a little bit easier. And we are done by 9 p.m, which sounds daft, but when you've got to travel from Preston, that's always useful to know. I'm really excited about these personally. These have been in the offing for a long time. They should have run.
Offing, you're back with that word again. Offing.
I love it, man. Don't take the southeast out of me. How rude. We had this all lined up. Rachel Gardner, who's based at Preston Minster with Youthscape and works for Youthscape as part of their leadership team, she invited us all to kind of gather and chat about it, and then we were all ready to roll out in May, June and July, and obviously that got cancelled. And so we are excited for October, November and December to get this kind of going, to give it a whirl in the northwest. And yeah, so you can check out the Youthscape website, book yourselves on. It's all through them, so that's really easy. And then we show up and we'll see you there. So yeah.
Ooh, sounds good.
It does.
It does sound good. And so are we putting all those
training?
Are all those links going in the description?
They're going below.
Fab.
In the
So no one needs to kind of like guess what their website's going to be.
No, you don't need to guess the website. And
Fab.
it's even there with the Youthscape Essentials link. So you can just click on it, read about it. Just don't book for the Luton one. It's a long drive. That's all I'm going to say. Don't get the wrong one. Make sure you book for Preston.
Yeah, and also they won't get you.
They won't get me. I'm not in Luton.
Which, I mean, that would really show someone's desperation to be nowhere near you if they decide to do the Luton ones.
You guys are booking for that, right? You are booking for Luton.
Bye, Ben. So long. So I can't believe we're on the last little bit, but it's just another reminder again about the framework. So definitely go on to our website, onto the youth section, go and visit the online youth work page, where I'd say you get loads of things from safeguarding to good practices and models, and some really good videos as well with more of Ben's face on there. So he's all there. And also just go on to all our social media. So our TikTok, our Instagram, and our Snapchat are all Clayton Central. So go and look at them. Obviously, you know where our Facebook is because you're on it. And you know where our YouTube is because you might be on it from that as well.
Indeed. And we also have a Twitter account as well somewhere.
Yes, we do.
And I promise we're not just angry people that post on that. So we're lovely. So follow us and we're nice to you. Twitter's not just for angry people. So let's break that myth, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you've just encouraged the myth to try and break the myth.
Have I? Oh, I don't know how I accidentally did that. But yeah, check out all of our social media pages for details. We're updating things, particularly if we hit a situation similar to what we've been in over the last couple of months. We will be updating resources, things like that, as we go along.
Yeah.
And hopefully posting things that are helpful to you to kind of to process what you're doing, to think through, reflect on, but also just full on will help your practice and help full on. Yeah,
not even a little bit helpful. Full on help your practice.
Everything helpful.
Everything.
All senses of the word helpful will be there for you. And hopefully that's good. And I've just gone really deep into helpful and full on. So there you go.
Yeah.
All of the links and everything we've been talking about in between the gibberish will be, all the posts and links will be in the description. We look forward to seeing you in September. Have a lovely summer, however you're spending it, however it is. We pray it's safe. Take some time for yourselves, rest up, have fun, and we can't wait to catch up with you again in September.
Nope.
Take care. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.